wonderful people of the interwebs. Welcome to Everyone Dice, the queerest tabletop stream out there. Don't fact check us. And welcome to a brand new campaign, a whole new world, whole new characters. It is going to be weird, wonderful, and wild. I think, in case anyone is new, we should go around the table and do a quick reintroduction of everyone. I will start. My name is Casey. I go by she, her pronouns. I am a professional writer and the storyteller for our wonderful little game here. And I love this little group of weirdos.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, I know. That's why I fit in. I will pass it on down. Let's go to...
Erin is next if we're going across the top row.
Oh, I'm next?
Yeah.
The table's all mixed up now.
I don't know how
I'm
the
used to
table
being, like,
is set up,
fifth.
so...
It's okay.
Erin.
I know how the table's set up.
Okay, Erin then.
I am Erin. She, her. I am assigned Chaos Child by the group, apparently. I have fun, and I interpret the rules very wildly. And it's nice to see everyone again.
Yes, I missed you all.
Who's next, Scotty?
Who's next?
That's me. I'm
That's
next. I'm Scotty, obviously. I am also a professional writer. I work on a lot of projects for Compass Rose that we can't talk about yet. Lynn's next. Oh, my pronouns are he, him.
Alright, my name's Kiana Lynn, but everyone just calls me Lynn. I am an illustrator. I make a lot of stuff for Compass Rose Productions. I can't talk about it, but I'm not doing anything at the moment, so there's nothing to talk about. And I have a cat on my lap. He's my emotional...
Cats are good. Cats are blessed.
Pick him up for you. This is Bug. I got him a little bit ago, and he always runs into the stream and ruins everything, and my pronouns are she, they.
Sorry for future podcast listeners that you can't see Bug.
Yeah.
He's a very cute, dumb orange boy.
Yeah, he's a little ginger monster.
Because
Aww.
orange boys are always just the stupidest fucking cat in the world.
Yeah.
He loves to shred all the paper he can find, so I can't leave it.
I heard that.
Oh, can you hear him purring when he bumps into the microphone? He loves me. He loves me. That's it for
Well,
me.
of course. Who is next?
That would be May.
I'm May, or May Lee, probably just May. I work with audio, which you probably can't tell from my gaming headset microphone. And my track record for characters is playing people with secrets that they keep very closely and who are being hunted by people, and that definitely won't affect this game. That's not relevant to this game at all. Definitely not. Not being hunted and no secrets.
Sure.
That's me.
Yeah. I definitely believe you.
And yeah, we haven't had a good track record of getting along, but this time.
Yeah. The players
Did I say
are
my
friends.
pronouns?
No, you
I don't
didn't.
remember. Oh, okay. Cool. There she
We're so good at this.
Also, don't have a good memory. That's me.
I don't think any of us do.
Last but not least...
Hi, my name's AJ. My pronouns are complicated. I will pretty much respond to any pronouns that you use for me, but I prefer they, them, or he, him. And I am playing the complete opposite of every character I think I've ever played. So that's gonna
Large.
be fun. Well,
Except
yeah.
one character, maybe.
Except one character.
Yeah.
But like even this character is
Yes.
probably more wholesome and pure than she was. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna be glorious.
And I forgot to say, I don't do anything fun. I'm an auditor, but I make dice on the side, so that's
Yeah,
fun. That's
you
my
do
D&D
fun
related
stuff.
profession.
They're really pretty.
They take commissions.
Yeah, I do.
I want
have-
some.
Yeah.
And I want to say real quick before we move on anymore, thank you for the bits, Lizzie. Thank you again for supporting us.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you,
Mom.
Lizzie, you're the best.
You realize you all have permission to call her mom, right?
Okay.
Still feels awkward. Look,
Then
I
I
still feel
will.
awkward
Thanks,
calling
Mom.
my mom. So.
I don't have any problem calling most moms mom. I hope she doesn't have a problem with the fact that I use the British mum with a U. And that's
I don't
never
think
gonna
she would
change.
care. I really don't
I'm-
think she'll
I'm
care.
with you there.
Right? High five, May.
What
Long
is
distance high
what is
five.
mom?
Yeah, right? Mom. Sounds so weird. Mom. As we dissect the King's English, we have some announcements to quickly get out of the way, which I believe the lovely Kiana Lynn will tackle.
I honestly so forgot that I was going next. So, we are a part of the Be Gay Roll Dice podcast network, and this week I wanted to tell you all about the Eternity Archives. So, the Eternity Archives is an actual play podcast set in an interdimensional library that catalogs and protects the fabric of reality. As archivists, the cast is tasked with journeying out into different realities and solving any dimensional disturbances that they come across. So each arc, the cast plays around with a new or returning tabletop roleplay game. So that's the shifting of dimensions there. They're playing different games. Part tabletop role-playing game review show and part story-driven podcast. The Eternity Archives has so much to offer. So search it up wherever archives are found, wherever podcasts are found, and make sure you check it out at the Archives Pod on Twitter for more information. It's a really cool show with a really neat premise. I've not seen a review show done like that before, so go check it out.
Yeah, I've recently had a chance to listen to them because I'm finally starting to catch up with some of the Be Gay network. It's a really fun show. Very cool premise. I think that's it for announcements for Compass Rose. I did have one thing that I wanted to quickly shout out. I am part of a comic anthology that's going on right now on Kickstarter. It's called Yule. It is a horror anthology focused on the Yuletide holiday lore, from new lore like the Elf on the Shelf, which is my story, to old lore like, before it was Christmas. So it's just a really cool collection of really fun, creative stories. If you dig that kind of stuff, definitely check it out.
One of you should find a link for it and put it in the Kickstarter chat, or in the Twitch chat.
I probably should have done that, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Is there a story about the Yule Lads?
I don't think so.
There should be. If you guys don't know what the Yule Lads are, please look it up. And then go watch Drawfee, because they did a whole great
I will have to check
video
that
about
out.
them.
You could
I
also
know.
watch Netflix's Hilda.
Yeah, that too.
Not to promote Netflix, but like,
Hilda's
I've heard
delightful.
Hilda's great. So.
Hilda's adorable, and it's really
Yeah.
well written, and they do have an episode devoted to the Yule Lads.
Oh, that's great. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen the final thing, and I can't remember. When Grant was putting it together, he sent out a document on, like, these are the ones that are available, and I saw Elf on the Shelf was available, and I instantly had a story come to mind, and I was like, these ones. I need to write a story about these creepy little fucking narcs. I hate Elf on the Shelf.
They are the
I'm
creepiest
pretty-
things.
I would like to remind everyone that our show is not appropriate for young children.
yeah,
We
no.
curse.
I curse pretty badly.
This means you, YouTube.
Yeah.
We're like
Demonetize us because of
PG-13.
this.
But with announcements and stuff out of the way, all of our silliness.
Our
sort
announcements
of
aren't
out.
done.
Oh, we
I
have.
haven't given Compass Rose announcements. Excuse you.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm
we
sorry.
never lose our silliness.
Sorry.
Casey.
Sorry, silliness is still here.
So, Compass Rose announcements. First off, I would like to say that while I know we are still behind on uploading the previous campaign's videos to YouTube, we are going to be prioritizing this campaign, making sure that we get them up in a timely manner. So it may still be a while yet before we're done with those. Second off, I would like to let everybody know who does watch our videos on YouTube. I know we're still on autocorrect captions. Captioning is not easy. It's not. Auto captions are about the best we can do right now. We will eventually get that sorted out, but it may not be until we have actual money coming in that we can use to pay a captioner. So, if you want us to be able to caption our videos, maybe consider subscribing to us on Twitch. On top of that, we are going to be, we don't have a timeline on this yet, we are going to be turning our, videos into podcast episodes moving forward, starting with this one. So, we will let you know when we know how long it's going to take May to edit the audio for that and release it. We will also let you know at that point where to find it. That's it on my end.
Okay. Excellent. Sorry, I didn't know we had announcements. I would have waited to pick you all after that. But
You're good.
all right. Well, now that all of the announcements are done, yes, I think it's time that we play some Dungeons and or Dragons.
Which one is it?
Well, you'll just have to
I hope it's
both?
dragon.
find out.
I
hope
want it
it's
to be dragon.
But dragon, we're level 3.
Okay,
I
but
don't
nobody
want it to
said
be
we had to
dragon.
fight the dragon.
Yeah.
What if it's a dragonling? Or whether a tiny dragon to get the name.
Dragon is a type, not a specific creature.
That's fair.
So,
And also, we don't have to fight every dragon we meet.
yeah.
Some dragons
could
can be
also
friends or even
seduce
romantic
it.
partners.
Yes,
Draconic sorcerers have to come
That-
from somewhere.
this is true. Welcome, audacious adventurers, daring dreamers, and raucous rebels, to the world of Wyndear. This world of sea and sky is divided not just by a boundary of toxic pollutants and crushing gravity, but by the two political powers of the lands. Above the boundary, the floating sky islands of Ascara are ruled by the Imperium. Their system of guilds might be rigid, but it guarantees a place for everyone in their society, and that none go without, even if it means doing what is needed rather than what one might want. Below the boundary stretches deep, endless seas littered with islands. In the lands of Linval, the ruling body is a collection of 5 pirate captains, pirate lords, who oversee the security and well-being of their citizens. Here the importance of freedom cannot be understated. It is a core of their beliefs, despite all the struggles being truly free entails. These two lands struggle to maintain a tenuous peace on top of the challenges that come with rebuilding. A great war was less than 30 years ago, and bitter resentment still remains on both sides, along with untold damage dealt in that 6-year span. Tonight, however, We begin in the mining town of Skyrim. Located on the very outskirts of the Imperium, there is little the town has to offer aside from aetherium and other ores mined from the nearby Sky Island. But tonight, some unscrupulous figures have found a treasure of unparalleled value to be found here, and they've decided to take it for themselves. Evening has fallen upon the town, and as the guards begin their rotation, a sudden disturbance catches their attention. Smoke billows from the warehouse on the eastern side of town as the flickering orange-gold light of flames slowly begin to devour a large warehouse. Walking away from that, cloaked in the descending darkness of night, are two figures. Scotty, if you would like to introduce your character. We can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I'm muted. I muted myself and forgot to unmute even though my microphone was showing me a red light. I'm a professional. Okay. I am playing Scarborough Rose. You may call him Scarborough Rose, Scarborough, Mr. Rose, or if you're really good, he might let you call him Bo. Scarborough Rose is an Eladrin. He's fairly short, only about 5'4". He is dressed in, I wouldn't call it ostentatious, but it doesn't look like armor necessarily, even though that's what it is. It's very pastel pink with a little pastel, green, pastel yellows, embellished with nice soft gold. And he has his hair is, it's a nice little, little bit longer than chin length bob that just fluffs out wildly. His hair's just very fluffy. It is, when you look at it first glance, this pastel yellow, but if you look closer, you can see peeking underneath a pastel pink. And his eyes are this just very bright, vibrant, verdant green. He has a nice mid-toned brown skin with just this wild smattering of freckles all across his cheeks. His armor is very flowy. It doesn't seem very utilitarian. And he is holding in his hand one kind of large fan that seems to have these golden blades extending off of it, with the various blades of the fan themselves beneath those golden blades being this pastel pink metal filigree. And yeah, there's some lovely pastel pink gone orangey yellow at the ends, fire just chilling on the blades of the fan.
Subtle. And walking alongside this not too ostentatious figure is another definitely not head-drawing character. May, if you would introduce your character.
My character is Thicket. She is a tabaxi. And she's based on the serval cat. For those who don't know what a serval cat is, it's from the savannah, a savannah cat. She has several pieces of prosthetics, most noticeably her right arm and a leg are both prosthetic. The joints look sort of like ball joints. Her right eye is also prosthetic and glows a bright blue rather than her natural brown. Across her body, there are, on her actual flesh extremities, there are quite a few scars, and there's a rather noticeable one near her eye. She's wearing pretty plain clothes with a bit of leather armor and a bit of, she's got, what do you call it, a bracer equipped with tools and a huge backpack filled with bits and pieces, projects complete and incomplete. Those to be tinkered with and those that have been tinkered with, as she is an artificer. I don't know what else there is to say. Oh, yes. Riding alongside her, on her shoulder, is a small doll person. It is an artist's mannequin, homunculus servant, her familiar, because there's so many wizards with cat familiars. I wanted her to have a people familiar. It seemed
I
fitting.
don't like that.
I did not even register that. Oh my god.
I love that reasoning.
And Thicket, if you were to look closely at your familiar, one might notice something.
There's a little face drawn on with a smiley face. 'Cause it's, if you look at an artist mannequin, they are rather blank. So she wants Frank, her familiar, to be personable and friendly.
Yeah, of course.
I love this.
You know, as you would.
Yeah.
You know. Frank
so
has
happy.
feelings too, so he's got to be able to express those.
With a blank, dead in the eye smiley face all the time.
There's a frowny face on the
You
other
have
side.
freaking
Oh,
He just
Chucky, man.
spins his head
Is there
around.
really?
You have freaking Chucky.
There is now. I've decided.
All right, it's
No,
canon.
it's fine. It's
canon
fine. I
now.
love him. I love Frank.
So, as the two of you walk, individuals, occasionally sort of mingling around, where you are. It's kind of the end of the evening shift from the mines, so there are people sort of milling about, and you're blending into that sort of crowd as much as you can, while people sort of begin to notice the smoke and making their way towards it. Rubberneckers trying to catch a peek at something. Ahead of you are two figures who, even from the back, you know exactly who they are. They're allies that you've made recently. You know where they're going. Their destination is the same as yours, but you figured it would be best to stagger the way you move, to not draw so much attention to yourself. Anu, if you could please describe yourself to the world.
Anu is a Yuan T. I've sort of based her off of a lavender corn snake, if y'all would like that, sort of a pale bluish, purplish, pinkish, pastel sort of colors, with a short, not mane, but very short, wild, pushed back hair that is light pink color and blue eyes. She has various bangles on her claw-tipped hands, and her clothing is very flowy and gauzy and silky, with just sort of a band that wraps around her chest and neck that is tied together with a holy symbol that is slightly jeweled. And there are jewels that are sewn throughout her skirt. And she also holds a mace and a small shield.
And probably the more striking of the two figures walking next to Anu is...
His name is Vagulan the Firebane, but you can call him V. That's okay. It's shorter. He is 6'10", or 208.28 centimeters. I did the math. He's giant. He's incredibly muscular, but it's not the kind of muscular where, like, he's, you know, that movie star muscle where you got the abs and, like, the super defined muscles. He's got, like, a layer of fat over it all that tells you that he's lived a really good life, and also it's got more of that, like, champion weightlifter kind of body type, which I think makes him look all the stronger. He is oh, what happened to Aaron? Oh no!
Valentine's Day curse.
Yeah, really. Oh, there she is.
Sorry, I don't know when I cut out, but
She died and messed up all of my video moving around.
I'm sorry. I don't know when I.
Unfortunately,
I don't know when I
it
cut
changes
out. Sorry.
everything in the video when somebody gets, like, pulled out of the Discord call for some reason.
Sorry, I don't know where I cut out there.
That's okay. V is primarily orange with tints of kind of a yellowish color and these deep blue arms and legs, like gradients. He is a tiefling, and his horns kind of jut out of his head and then circle back to connect, making just a perfect circular ring horn. The notes about V are his hair is white, long, double braids that come down over both his shoulders. He's completely shirtless. The only armor that he's wearing is, you know, I believe they're called gorgets. They go around the neck, but basically it's a leather choker. We can call it what it is. He's got a shoulder pad on, big baggy pants, high boots with like maybe an inch of heel, so he's actually like 6'11" right now. And notable bits of armor are his gauntlets, which are each fixed with one giant's vertebrae that juts out of like the side, creating almost like a shark fin look to his wrists. And his weapon that he carries, which is 5'7" in length. It is a turbudgy, which I'm definitely pronouncing wrong. It's basically a big long plank of wood with the teeth of different monsters crammed into the side and a very long handle. It's like almost paddle shaped. Another note is that he does have frog eyes, rectangular horizontal slits in his eyes, and he does not have a belly button. This man is smooth. There is no belly button. So yeah, that's Vagulan the Firebane. He's walking along, and he's not aware of how weird he looks. Totally chill, totally confident. Oh, he's also basically looks like he's snarling. His eyebrows are extremely furrowed, and he's frowning. But he doesn't, you know, he's not mad at anybody. He's just chill.
See, I didn't think he was weird until you said the belly button thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a lot weirder than he. Yeah, no, he don't have no belly button.
It was like you just didn't have to say he's smooth. Like
Yeah, he's smooth down there. Like, oh, that's
Got no belly
it's
button.
an interesting visual to have.
Do I need to repeat anything, Casey? Or did y'all get everything?
We got it all.
Okay.
You cut out.
I don't know where I
When
cut
Lynn-
out.
Oh,
started.
yeah, you cut out, like, near the end. Like,
Okay.
after you said you had a mason shield and...
So one last thing about V. He does have what appears to be like shimmering almost patches on him, and when the light catches it right, you can see that it's this very geographically done frog that spans from about his collarbone to where his belly button would be if he had one, if he was not smooth.
I am so sorry. It's going to bug me geometrically, not geographically.
Oh, did I say geographically?
You sure did.
It's a map of... It's a secret map.
It's a geographic map of where you can find frogs in this
Yeah.
land.
It's a map of the world, and he's just like putting little pins down wherever he finds like a cute
Yeah.
frog. So, like, I found one here, one here, one here, one here.
It's a treasure map. You gotta go all the way down. You've gotta find the treasure. Where's the
Oh,
treasure?
yeah.
Oh. That's for a late night stream.
He's not smooth down there, I'll say that much.
Anu is.
We've already gone off the rails, guys. We haven't even introduced everybody.
We're 5
Can
minutes in.
Add something about Thicket that I forgot to mention, but I think is very important.
Of course you can.
Is Thicket smooth?
Not well.
Does Thicket have a belly button?
Oh. Yes, cats have
Does she
belly
have
buttons.
6 nipples?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thicket has so many nipples, yes, but they're hidden.
I'm gonna die.
And look, I knew that this was going to be a conversation going into a tabaxi, so I prepared all my answers when the
Okay.
questions come up.
That's good.
But not the thing I was going to say, but Thicket doesn't have any boobs, because why would a cat person?
Yeah,
have
that
boobs?
doesn't make any
Neither-
sense. Thank
Neither
you.
does Anu, because why would a snake
Nice.
have that?
Nice.
Or ears. No ears.
I have big ears.
Well,
Big
yeah.
floofy ears.
So,
I specifically chose the serval cat because because they're cute, and they also have the longest leg to body ratio of any big cat. So Thicket is very much a
Okay.
noodle. Not particularly
Good.
tall, but just like a noodle.
Doesn't
Okay.
that mean that you have
Lanky.
long arms too?
Oh yeah.
Like, almost abnormally long?
Gangly gal.
yeah, you know
I love that.
beasts like that, but without the muscle.
Yeah.
Big hulking. Okay, well, as the 4 of you in 2 separate groups continue your way toward your destination, very much inconspicuous, totally not drawing the looks of anyone nearby, you see a warehouse. It's nondescript, just like the rest of it. Cold gray metal siding and blue tin roofing. But inside, you know lies a prize of unparalleled value. And the shadows seem to melt away as a large figure steps from them into view. AJ, if you could please introduce your character.
You made him sound creepy.
No, he's just invisible.
Been out of the shadows.
He's just invisible, and he was in the shadows.
Okay.
Not like a creeper.
So if V is a giant, then what does that make my character? He is 7'6", very large boy. It was funny that the way Lynn described V, because if you just take all the muscle off of V, that's probably the body type you would get if you got my boy Rye. He is a furbog. He is very large, sort of like fuzzy blue-gray, has very long droopy ears, long black hair that is just, it's just kind of long and a little bit wavy, not too crazy. Blue eyes, tons of freckles on his face. He's wearing like pretty plain clothes, like like a blue shirt, not blue shirt, because he is blue. I didn't think about colors. Like a green shirt, brown vest thing, brown pants, boots, and tucked into his belt is a white cloth fabric thing. Not quite sure what that is, but it's there. And he doesn't have any kind of weapons or anything. Oh, and he does have a tail. Little, like, skinny tail with, like, a tuft of fur at the end, because, yeah. And he just looks happy to be there.
Just happy to be on the team.
Yep.
Well, from where you are, you see 3 individuals in hushed conversation in front of the warehouse. Occasionally, one of them seems to point towards the smoke, and after a few moments, 2 of them head off at a quick pace in that direction, and the 3rd man heads inside the warehouse, leaving you to commence your operation.
Before he heads inside, may I cast Hex on him?
You may. What do I need to roll anything for that?
No, Hex just
Nope.
applies.
Okay.
I believe Aaron does need to choose an ability score for it to affect.
What is perception once again? That's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Hold on. Let me just mark that down. Yes. I don't know what. Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. You hex him before he slips inside the building.
He has disadvantage on wisdom score checks.
Okay.
All
And I
right.
deal extra damage to him when I hit him.
Once we're all together, I want to hush in close and. All right. Do we all know what we're doing? Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I nod, yes. Remember, we're supposed
Everyone
to be
nods
speaking.
yes.
We're supposed to be
We need
speaking what
to
we're
we need to
doing.
narrate our actions.
Sitting
We
here,
want
okay,
this to be a
was
podcast
Do you
too.
know what I was
me and
even
AJ
thinking?
nodding, just a whole bunch.
I was like, Bry is invisible. He was nodding.
V nods.
It's fine.
All right. Let's go.
Got my weapon out. I always have my weapon out, but now my weapon is really out. I got it in my hands.
It's ready.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm ready. Maw is ready to fuck some shit up. I'm gonna take point on this. I guess I'll run in
Yeah.
first.
I'm gonna
Scarborough will be close behind.
I'm gonna tap your weapon and cast magic weapon on it.
Thank you. What does that give me?
+1 to attack rolls and damage.
Okay, what are you doing? You're taking point
I
on
have-
what?
Aren't we all
a
going inside?
cannon that I want to put down on the ground to follow me in.
I'm sorry.
It has legs, yes.
I'm sorry. Excuse me? You have a cannon?
Yeah, I'm the artillerist subclass of Artificer, so at level
Oh, right,
3,
okay,
I get
we
an
talked about
Eldritch
this.
cannon.
Okay. What does this cannon look like?
It looks like...
Is it not an emu?
I mean, it's what's the size of the construct? It's tiny, right? Or is it small?
No, it's small.
Okay.
It
House cat
is...
sized?
Yeah. It has the barrel bloom. I picture it as a flower, but I never looked for a specific flower, so
That's
I
fine.
can't tell you that. But it's like a blooming flower
Okay.
at the end. And beneath it, because my original idea, I didn't want to let go of completely. So to be creepy, I kept that the legs are like emu legs
Why?
sticking out of this flower.
I'm so excited.
Why?
Oh, I'm so
Fuck
happy.
yes.
I'm so
Yes,
happy.
Faye.
And they can
Okay.
they can retract, and I can carry it around, but it
Oh,
also just
well,
follows.
Wait.
me.
No,
I
can
love
the,
it,
Can the
Faye.
legs, like,
So-
the knees bend backwards and they become the backpack straps? Or something?
Yes!
Why did you
Like,
have
they-
I'm
like,
so
I go like-
happy. That's so good.
That is good.
Okay. So it's a flower cannon. With,
It's a flower emu cannon.
yeah, with emu legs.
Yes.
Okay, just
That
getting
become the
visual
backpack
here
straps.
clear. Okay. So you're all insane.
Yes.
We have more
Didn't you
than-
get that from my character?
Well, I knew you're always crazy, but just your influence has affected so many other people. It's crazy.
No, it's fine.
I love it. I'm not. Don't ever stop. So you set down this constructed cannon
Yes.
of your own design, and it begins. It sort of like
Oh.
kind of wobbles a little, trying to get its balance before steadies itself and it kind of looks up at you and like, you know, you can kind
Hey,
of get
that's
that,
a
like,
loaded weapon
I give
right
it a
there.
It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of like
cry.
nuzzles against your hand.
To be fair, though, Casey,
Mm.
it is an eldritch cannon, so...
Yeah, sure. All right. What are you all doing now?
We're going in?
Going in.
Yeah, are
Okay.
we
We're
going
going
in?
in.
I wasn't sure if you were going in because you just.
Is
That was
there
the plan.
is there like a back door or
So you have all been preparing for this for about a week. You've scouted it out. There is no secondary entrance point to it. It's just well, there is technically a secondary entrance point, but it's like the big
The hangar
ass
door?
warehouse doors that you like slide open and close. There's this one central door, and then there's a sort of like a skylight that you could slip in if you were up there.
okay?
I am gonna
So
leave
then we're
my.
probably just going in the one door.
I'm gonna leave my familiar outside.
He can
which
be a
makes me
lookout.
very sad. So,
Yeah, what is your familiar,
Just-
AJ?
my familiar is probably the complete opposite of May's familiar.
Cute.
It is not creepy in the slightest. It is a red panda, but if a red panda was made out of cinnamon rolls. And I promise that makes sense. It's very cute. His name is Waffles. And he's just gonna sit outside the door.
So it's basically like just a cinnamon roll sitting outside the door.
Kind of. If he curled up into
Okay.
a little ball, he'd be more cinnamon rolly. But
Okay.
no, he's kinda all
Don't worry,
stretched out.
Casey. I'm sure we can make this a cinnamon roll with an S somehow.
No.
We'll make him do evil.
Give him a
Don't
knife.
worry.
No.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes. So as you set down Waffles, you with V taking point, you as quietly as you can open the door, begin letting yourself inside. At which point,
So, can I say actually that V does have an action ready as he's
Yeah,
as he's
of course you
pushing
can.
through the door? It's that
what is
if
your action?
if a motherfucker is within hitting range, he's gonna hit him. He's got Maw held up like a baseball bat right now, and he's like that's how he's pushing through the door.
So anyone on the other side, you're hitting them. Just when you
Yeah,
open the door, if there's anyone there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, all my friends are behind me, so whoever's on the other side of that door is about to get a face full of teeth.
I get you. All right.
Quote unquote friends.
Friends.
Okay.
Well, Thicket's my buddy. I like
we're
Thicket.
allies
Fellow,
for now, at least.
Fellow associate.
So glad that you hexed that one guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You slip inside this warehouse. Let me read this description here. Stepping inside, you are immediately struck by the visage of a huge airship. It seems to be a caravel-style vessel, roughly 50 or more feet in length, made of a slightly darker colored steel than you'd normally find. It's got a large single mast housing a sail that is currently folded up, and it has a crow's nest at the top. Even from this distance, you can tell that it is made of impressive craftsmanship. What you also notice is that there are two individuals that you can immediately see as you enter. And I will move you all to the map.
Oh boy, I should get ready to.
Move your tokens.
What tokens?
Combat.
I just gave you all tokens for now because you needed something for this fight.
We'll have real tokens next time.
Yeah, no worries.
Am I a Minotaur?
I don't have any Furbolg tokens.
I like it. I like it though.
It's the only one.
Wait,
Okay,
where am
I need a
Which one am
hot
I?
second.
You are the demonic looking one.
I'm the fucked up looking jester?
What the heck am I? I can't.
You look like a Sylvari. Or wait,
You are the
I don't know
one
who that
that
is that
has-
looks like a Sylvari.
You're the one that has snakes.
Oh, there's snakes.
I'm legitimately.
Oh, I
there's a
couldn't tell what
method
it
to my
was
madness.
before I zoomed.
May's token is an Is It guild mage, and Is It our experimental machinist.
Thank
so I was
you
like,
for not
perfect
just
for an
making me a
artificer.
cat.
Side note, is my favorite kind of deck to make. I love Is It.
I had an Is It commander deck once, and it was so fun. I didn't think I was gonna like it because I've never played Red and Blue before, but I played it and it was so much fun. Okay, but getting back to D&D, what you see immediately as you enter, actually it's not 3, you see 3 figures immediately. To your right, you see a figure busying himself at the desk looking over paperwork, and at his heels, sort of resting, appears to be this bulky looking, like, big dog, but it's a dragon. But they're like, what's the big ass dog?
A Dane?
Yeah, like a Great Dane sized dragon without wings, basically, with blue scales, and it just kind of is all nestled up there. Yeah, there's another individual sort of right ahead of you, this guy here, who is kind of just sitting down on a box and kind of looks pretty bored and kind of just... he is the one who is hexed, by the way. I don't know if you can tell that through the spell, but... None of these individuals have seen you, so I will give you all a free action, but then we are starting initiative. So if you have an action that you would like to do...
Oh god.
I would like... Go
want
ahead, Scotty.
to... I don't remember how my face step works.
Oh, well, that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't help at all.
Would it
Casey-
be possible to get a token for my cannon? Because it moves
Oh,
and
right.
acts separately to me.
Yeah, you have your...
I should have brought that up in advance.
No worries. Yes, I can get you a token for that.
Casey, which one is the one that I hexed?
This guy here. This
Okay,
one with the little
The one with the
marking
little
on him.
symbol.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I will use my action to bonus action direct it to move.
Okay. Hold on, let me... what the hell would be good for that? Let's just use...
An Eldritch Abomination.
No, I'm gonna use
Okay,
a
that's what that is.
goblin token, I think.
Frank also can move separately from me, but I'll keep him on me, I think. At least
Unless
for now.
there's- Perfect. Okay. This is your... For now, until I find a better substitute, this is what is going to be your little cannon.
Thank you.
So feel free to move them wherever you would like.
I would like to cast Eldritch Blast against my hexed enemy.
Okay. V, you said, what would you like to do?
Yes. So, are we going to be starting the next round with surprise? I'm just curious.
No.
Okay.
This is the surprise round.
Oh, this is the surprise round.
Yeah. You have surprised
So you said
them.
an action. Do you just mean like either move or attack, or could I
Correct.
do both?
No.
Okay. Then I shall just run over here. I sprint up on him, and I come towering out of presumably for him nowhere. 6'10", 11 with the heels, dragging behind me this big 5'7" betoothed weapon. And I'm just silent, low to the ground, coming at him. You're gonna die. That's what my eyes say, but my mouth says nothing.
Okay. So Aaron is attacking, V is attacking. Rye, what are you doing?
I am probably going to chuck some type of spell in the general direction. I'm still looking. I've got like 15 tabs open right
Okay, no worries. We'll take it.
I think it's going to be Chromatic Orb.
Okay, we will go Anu first. Roll your Eldritch Blast against...
I got a 20 total.
That's going to hit. So... Oh, I should also describe these guys. They are standard Legionnaire soldiers. They're kind of in this very British soldier-style uniforms, but blue instead of red, with the, like, big hats and whatnot. They have rifles and things like that, so...
So a marching band.
Yes, they look kind of like a marching band.
And I imagine her Eldritch Blasts look almost prismatic prismatic tendrils as it goes towards him. And it's gonna deal 11 damage.
11 damage. Alright. Oops, hold on. 11 damage on that guy. As this sort of collides into him and sort of tumbles him to the ground. He says, "Oh, what the fuck?" And V, you come up behind this other guy and just slash at him with your giant sword. What did you get to hit?
I thought you said I was not attacking and moving at the same time, so I did not roll.
Sorry. You moved. Sorry.
I did.
That is my bad. Never mind. Yeah, ignore me.
I know what I would like to do.
What would you like to do?
I would like to use Phase Step. I am going to teleport
Okay.
right here. And I sort of... My Phase Step is I take a step forward, I disappear into those pastel pink flames, and when I reappear in those pastel pink flames, they lash out at each creature of my choice that I can see within 5 feet of me. So the guard drake and this soldier are getting hit with
Scotty,
1 fire damage.
You don't know it's a guard drake.
I am using terminology that fits the way you described it. Okay?
I'm just being a smartass. On the drake, what is their total? Sorry,
So-
put their,
Unfortunately, the fire damage is procced off of my charisma modifier, which is 0, so I do 1 fire damage to both of them.
it happens. Does this guy have any resistances or anything? Nope. Okay. And Rye, you,
I have changed my mind. I'm going to do a Ray of Frost.
cool. Go
At
for it.
the one that's way in the back, because I don't want him getting close.
This guy?
Yeah. It's
Green
got
guy?
a range of, I believe... Let me just check here 1 second to see what the range is on it.
This dude?
Is he up higher?
He is up. So this is up on the. He's up on the ship, and kind of looks like he was using that as some sort of vantage point.
I just realized I can't hit him anyway. I don't think I can hit anybody.
Unfortunate.
Oh no, I can. I lied. I'm still gonna hit this guy. The blue guy.
The hexed guy?
Yeah, the hexed guy, this guy. So I'm gonna chuck a ray of frost at him because I can't reach the other guy.
And remember,
Excellent.
folks, when the hexed guy is dead and hex is still active, I can move it on to someone else.
Ooh.
That's for you to remember.
And you, Casey.
Oh, no.
I believe that's a 14.
That, I believe, hits. Yes, that does.
Perfect. 1d8 cold damage. Where? I can't find my d8s. That's 4, and his speed is halved. Or no, it's reduced by 10 feet. Sorry, not halved.
Alright, oops. Alright, so...
Didn't you say that he was knocked prone previously?
I did say that. So you knock him to the ground, and you fire off this ray of frost right after that. And you sort of like... freeze one of his legs sort of to the ground, making it even more difficult for him to get up.
I did roll a second time because technically that would mean I'd have disadvantage because it's ranged, but it was higher than what I rolled, so.
Alright, so that, I believe, will bring us to initiative. Let me just put everyone in here. Alright. Should I have done this beforehand? Probably.
It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So everyone roll your initiative while I roll these gentlemen.
Back to my class of no modifier to initiative strategy.
That guy got... And the Drake got...
While we're rolling for initiative, look at this cool donut I got.
I'm so jealous.
I love it. It's so cute. I had to make sure to take pictures because the guy who made it was like, please send action shots, and I was like, yes, okay, I will definitely do that.
We need to put those on the Twitter.
Yes,
on the
I'm
Compass
gonna.
Rose Twitter. I want to, anytime we get, while Casey's setting up, anytime we get like dice and accessories and things, we need to put them on the CRP Twitter.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is by, if you guys watch Critical Role, you'll know that Laura Bailey has like a cake-shaped dice tray. That is just, she also has one of these donuts. It's by this guy called Art is Nerd on Etsy. He's really cool. He makes really cool stuff. He's actually doing another piece for me in the future. But we haven't worked on all the details yet. So it's gonna be really cool.
Alright, I need... Thicket, I need your initiative, please.
16.
Thank you. And I assume the cannon goes on your initiative? Or does it have its own?
It
Does it say?
goes... It activates when I use a bonus action.
Okay.
Frank goes on my initiative, but has a separate turn.
Gotcha. Okay. So, combat has officially begun. You've all surprised these individuals, freezing one of them to the ground. Scarborough, you sort of appear in a flash of pink flames as this guy turns around and kind of gets hit by the fire, singes some of the documents on his table, and he looks ready for battle now. But you are ready to go. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm first. Oh, fuck.
You are first. Yeah.
I am going to, right. I activated my focus when I rolled initiative. I have made a mistake and forgot to do something.
How dare
Excuse
you
me
make
while
a
I fix this.
mistake.
I know, I'm so bad at existing. I think I need to print out what my character stuff does, because I don't have it memorized yet. So,
I really can't get over your hair, Lynn.
that's the wrong class.
I really like it. That's what I mean. Like, I can't get over how much I love your hair. Like,
Thank you. I was reading my nerd stuff, getting ready for my turn in combat.
and I distracted you.
You did. How dare you? Come on.
Where did I put it?
I don't know where you put it.
I'm struggling. Real quick,
Okay.
just while I look for my things, I am playing the Jaeger homebrew class by Jorving, which is currently in playtesting.
That was the same person who made Shay's subclass
Yes.
in the last game. Yeah.
Okay, there
Almost
we go.
entirely of my kit is homebrew.
Well.
Okay.
The spells aren't homebrew, Casey.
No.
So,
So that's not entirely.
I mean, your class isn't homebrew.
Subclasses, my domain.
Well.
okay.
Okay.
So,
But.
so I know what I'm doing now.
Okay. What are you doing?
I know what I'm doing now.
All right.
I am attacking this guard drake.
Okay.
Um,
How are you doing that?
So I bring out my war fan and I pop it apart into two separate fans,
Nice.
which are on fire. You know, that lovely pastel pink gone yellow gold fire. 'Cause I have an aesthetic and I'm sticking to it. And I am, when Scarborough fights with his fans, he basically turns into a whirling fan blade himself. It's very, like, artsy dance, almost. So, Scarborough is going to lash out with these flaming fans. And I am using the two-weapon fighting rules from the book.
Yeah.
Alright, so I've got a 24 to hit the guard, and I've got a 22 to hit the guard drake.
Yes. Both of those hit.
Great.
Right.
And then I'm looking at an extra 1d6 damage. So this one's going to be the guard, that one will be the guard drake, and I need actually an extra 2d6 damage for both of them. So make sure I print this stuff out before
Yep.
next week.
Don't worry, I will. I'll hound you about it on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
So I am dealing 6, 8, that's 11 damage to the guard,
Okay.
2 of which is fire.
Okay.
And I am
Cut into
dealing...
his armor and it sort of singes up and it...
Yeah. And I am doing 8 damage to the guard drake, 4 of which is fire.
8 damage to the guard drake, 4 of which is fire. Yeah, 8. Yes. briefly do some mental math. The guard drake kind of just snaps at you in anger. But
Well, it
they
can
both
just
appear
be
to be,
upset.
yeah, well, it's a guard drake. All right. Is that everything you want to do on your turn, Scarborough?
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to the Legionnaire. He is going to pull his mace, which was just resting on the table beside him, sort of hefts it up in one hand and brings it down on you. He's going to attack you once, and he's going to attack V once as well. And he has advantage on these because the Drake is there. So the first attack is a 23 to hit you, Scarborough. And the second one is a 21 again to hit you, V.
Oh my god, we're level 3, Casey!
I am going
hit?
to use
I rolled
my
well.
interception.
Sure.
No! Don't do that!
Oh boy. I'm using it.
Don't do that!
Huh?
You're just both gonna intercept.
No, I'm using my
each other.
interception.
No, I intercept.
Wait.
No, I intercept.
Are we both fighting style interception?
Yeah.
No.
Same brain.
So I'm using that.
What does that do, Scotty?
I need to get out a D10. So when a creature you can see hits a target that is within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So, I am basically slapping one of my fans shut and sticking it in the middle
Yeah.
to prevent V from taking any damage. Or some, anyway. So, whatever damage you roll, I reduce by 8.
Okay. So, not V. Scarborough, you take 5 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
he sort of cracks you across the jaw with his mace, bringing it up, and then he comes down with it, and you close your fan and sort of knock his mace just slightly to the side, and it comes down and just crashes at the ground near V. You mitigated literally all the damage that he did, so.
Yay.
That, I believe, is his turn. That brings us around to V.
Alrighty, question.
Yes.
This little Drake dog. What do I know about these creatures? Is this like about dog level of intelligence? Is it more so? Like, do I know anything about them?
It's definitely like it's like a really smart dog. Like a really...
Like poodle?
Ooh, like a really... Like Air Bud levels.
So
These are common creatures that the Imperium uses within the military guild. They're very much akin to like just having a guard dog, but it's bigger and it's dragon.
It's Airbud level,
It's-
so it always wins.
Yeah, it's dragon shaped.
how loyal are these things? Like, could I scare it off like how V could scare off a dog, or is this kind of like smarter than that?
I would say V doesn't have enough experience with the Imperium to know for sure. You could definitely try.
I'll say no then. That's okay. So, one moment here. I'm definitely gonna smack the guy with Maw.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 14.
That hits.
Rad. So because he is he's flanked right now, right? Am I crazy?
No, he is not.
Oh, he's not. Damn, that's.
I don't know.
If you want to flank him, you have to be over here on the table.
Yeah, depending
Over where?
on how flanking work.
Yeah,
Right
flanking,
there.
you have to be on opposite directions, basically.
5 foot step is a free action, right?
It's not a free action. You can just move.
You can just move, yeah.
Okay, then I'll just move so I'm flanking him.
You're still not flanking him.
Am I not? I thought you said I'd have to be there on the
No,
board.
you have to be right here.
Oh, I can't stand on that, can I?
What I will say
literally on the table.
is that 5, 10... You could, because despite the fact that this is represented as a stone table, it is not a stone table, it is a wooden table. I will say, with the rest of your movement, you could just shove the table sort of out of the way. Just
I know exactly what V does.
hip check it.
I know exactly what V does.
Yeah, what does he do?
Alright, here, so let me roll my damage.
Yeah.
Okay, great, I got my damage. I know everything that I'm doing right now. This is what V does. So V, he just sprinted up to this dude.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that he does is, almost like a half feint. He, leans one direction and then ducks low and sprints kind of around the other side. So now his back is kind of, to the guard. He just kicks this table with his foot, sending it, spinning. And using the same kind of momentum, spins on that foot and cracks this thing across this dude's lower back. Just full on baseball bats up into his lower back. The teeth of Maw catch on his back, and V rips it towards him, causing the skin to tear.
Ow!
And he has done 10 points of damage, which is not as much as I was hoping, but that's okay. As a bonus action, he makes eye contact with the Drake dog, and says something in Infernal, and then goes, "Sorry, puppy." And he uses Baleful Interdict. Oh wait, I do bonus d6 to the guard dude. So that's 10, so that's 14. And now, whenever any of us hit this guard dog, you get to deal extra damage. 2d6 extra damage. So,
Okay.
hell yeah. Yeah, that's why I said sorry.
Hold on, I will mark him with that. Let me see here. I will mark him with that.
And this is an invisible seal, but basically what V sees is pushing out of the guard drake's forehead is the same symbol of a frog that he has on his chest. And it kind of glows gently on this thing's forehead, so he can see who he's got marked.
Creepy. Love it. Alright, well, it is the guard drake's turn. And the guard drake is, like I said, he's Airbud level, but Airbud made some stupid mistakes too. He made multiple sequels after all. So...
That's a call out right there, Casey.
Yeah.
You're gonna get yelled at by Airbud stands on Twitter.
I don't care. Bring it on. Bring it all the way on. So the Drake is going to attack twice. He is going to attack twice, but he's not going to move, so he's going to try and hit you twice, Scarborough. So the first one is a bite, and the second one is a tail. The first one is 22, and the second one is, I don't think an 11 hits you.
No, an 11 won't hit me, but the 22 will.
Okay, so it clamps down on your leg, biting you for 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
It sort of tears
Great.
a little bit of a chunk out of your leg. Not too deep, but,
I'm not happy about that.
enough to feel it. And that brings us all the way around to Rye.
Okay, I had a fun idea, but I'm gonna focus on destroying the things that are attacking my friends. So let me just see. Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am, but I'm gonna chuck another ray of frost at except that this guy this time, the dog.
The Drake?
Yeah, I called it a dog. It's not a dog.
You call it air bud.
It's a
Drake
free
and
dog.
dog?
It's a weird looking dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to hit it with a ray of frost. And it gets extra 2d6 damage if it hits.
I believe so, yeah. Right, Lynn?
2d6 damage if it hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it was 23.
Yes, that hits.
I should probably double check. Okay, I was just double checking to make sure that I was using the right number to add to my things. It was a natural 18. Okay, so 2d6 plus my d8. That's 13.
Right.
And its speed is reduced by 10.
Alright, so you fire off this ray of frost, and you see it sort of... It almost like it hits something that, like, increases its size for just a brief moment. You're like, did I see that right? Its tail gets all, like, half frozen, and it sort of flails around, slamming its tail against the ground to shatter the ice on it. It looks pretty damaged, but still up. Is that everything you want to do on your turn?
I think that's all I can do.
Alright, that brings us to Thicket. In the thicket of it.
Thick thicket in the thick?
Yes.
Thick thicket in the thick of it.
Yes.
Alright. I will... This guy over here.
Which guy over here? Sorry.
That
guy? Okay.
Oh. This guy, yes.
My hex dude.
I've got to move a bit closer. Actually, no, I don't. I don't need to move closer. I am going to first attack with my dagger, which has been coated with... Do you want to explain? Did you already explain what it's been coated with?
Not to the
A
group.
thick, green, viscous... Anu called it oil.
I didn't ask too many questions.
That's a good call.
I'm going to take it out, put it in my prosthetic hand.
So I will say, he is prone. So you do have disadvantage. Because he is prone.
That's a fair point.
I mean, they're not
Once
hard,
we kill him, though,
they're
I
not
can assign
hard to
hex to
hit.
something else.
I will say, you've seen your companions, hitting fairly easily. They don't seem
It's
to be
fine,
having...
even if I miss, my dagger isn't the majority of my damage. That's the cannon's
Yeah.
job.
Okay,
Alright,
so...
take out this dagger, and I will throw. I have disadvantage, right?
Mhm.
Yes. Does a 22 hit?
No. Of course it
That
does.
was my disadvantage.
Yes, a 22 hits. Even with disadvantage, damn.
I rolled a
Rolling.
16 and an 18.
Nice.
So to let everyone know, the oil gives an additional 1d12 acid damage on hit.
So in total, I rolled kind of lame on the damage, but in total I do 9 damage as it
9
hits him.
damage. Alright. Yep, alright.
And then this dagger is magically enhanced with my artificer powers. So after it hits, it sort of vibrates to pull itself out, flies back a little bit, and then zap, jumps, teleports straight back into my robot hand.
Oh, I love that.
My return and dagger.
Excellent.
And then I will use my bonus action
Mhm.
to tell my Eldritch Cannon to attack, which is a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Oh.
Who are you attacking, by the way? With your
The same guy.
Oh, same guy. Okay.
Oh, I'm rolling well. 20.
Yes.
Alright. And I will do 2d8 force damage, which is 10 damage. And the target is pushed 5 feet back.
All right. So as
Does the cannon move the corpse?
Yeah, as you focus your cannon in, the Legionnaire sort of looks up and sees this flower sort of open up its petals and let loose a bolt at it. And you blow this hole through his chest, and his corpse literally shatters the ice that was pinning him there and skids him back 10-15 feet.
Man, I almost feel bad for this guy because he's just gets pelted with range stuff constantly in the past 5 seconds.
Don't feel bad for him. You don't know his life.
Is he dead?
He is dead. He is dead now, yes.
Alright. Then I am assigning the hex to the Drake.
And I moved up a bit for my movement.
Boom. There you go. He is no longer hexed. He is dead. I will move him. Okay. So that brings us to the guard on the ship who, looks over and is just, what the fuck? You see him pull this rifle off his shoulder. He comes over here to the side of the ship and takes aim at, he comes over here. Yeah. And he takes aim at, I guess the cannon is really all he can see clearly.
No, I moved up forward. I'm in front of the cannon.
Yeah, but I don't think he can see you clearly. You're kind of blocked by this is a shelving unit right here.
It's close.
That's fair.
Yeah,
the cannon is small, if that...
Okay, if the cannon's small, he's gonna try and hit you. But I am gonna give you partial cover on that because
I'll take it.
it just makes sense to me. What is his rifle thing? Okay.
I am there, picking it up, so I'm not completely in cover.
A 13 to hit.
Does that hit? My character sheet won't open. Okay. Sorry. No, it doesn't hit. For once I have good AC.
Excellent. I was just going to look
Not
up what the
common for me.
bonuses of partial cover is, but and then you hear him sort of curse and start loading another shot. That's his turn. And that brings
The cannon
us,
actually has better AC than me. Anyway.
that brings us to Anu.
Lynn, very quickly, how much extra damage did you say to the Drake?
2d6.
8, 12, maybe. I will move forward. And... hold on, let me just make sure that's... I'm gonna move right next to Scarborough here. And I will cast Eldritch Blast on the Drake as I move forward.
Okay.
Does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Cool, so I deal 18, 25, 29 damage.
Jeez.
What?
The fuck?
I mean,
Yeah.
it does have hex.
It has.
and
It has.
acid.
It's
and
it's hexed. The
2d6.
The acid doesn't count. I don't think.
The acid is not applied.
Eldritch Bolt plus the D6 from hex.
Oh wait,
plus the 2d6.
why did I put that? Sorry, -11. So it's. I don't know why I put that on my thing here.
Oh, did you accidentally put the acid?
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
18.
That seems more reasonable.
That's still a lot, though.
That is still
It's
a
a
shitload
lot.
of damage. Okay, 18 damage. That would bring it. Okay. Yeah. It looks really damaged. Like barely holding itself upright, kind of damaged. Is that everything you wanted to do on your turn?
Yes.
Alright. That brings us to Scarborough Rose.
Yay. I'm gonna attack the guard Drake first.
Okay.
Alright, so that is a...
Oh, I wanted to say it is not a wisdom, it is a dex penalty it now has.
Okay.
It's 19 to hit the guard Drake.
Yep, that hits.
So I'm dealing 1d6 for my weapon, 1d6
What's your
for
minimum?
my
What's your
fire
minimum
damage. 4. No, 7.
You will kill it on your minimum damage.
Great. So
Okay.
I'm burning it to a crisp, basically.
Okay.
And then I am going to focus on...
It is dead now.
Yeah. And then I'm going to attack the guard as well with my bonus action. And that was a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
So, I know I'm doing 2d6 damage to him from my weapon. Does my focus damage double as well?
I don't know. Doesn't it say
That
in
is
there?
up to you. That is up to you.
Does it
Because
say in there?
it doesn't specifically state in the Jaeger stuff. But to be fair, neither did the atavist with my blood weapon damage.
Yeah, for now I'll say yes, but I reserve the right to change that.
Yeah, we're playtesting this, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
so we'll see.
Okay, so I am doing
Very. Oh wait, go ahead. Sorry.
5. I
Last
am
one.
doing 5 slashing damage. Oh boy. I love what it does to the video feeds when people die. I am doing 5 slashing damage and 7 fire damage to the guard.
Alright.
Oh wait, sorry. Before I apply the hex to him as well.
Okay.
The hex,
Yes.
no, hex only applies... Oh, you're right.
She's moving the hex from the guard
Moving the
drake
hex.
to the guard.
Doesn't
Okay.
that take a
Dex.
bonus action? Or
I don't remember.
No, I believe it's a reaction to move it when someone dies.
is it?
I believe so.
It's a bonus action on a subsequent turn.
Oh, okay.
Ah, never mind then.
Never mind.
I was gonna say, because I know it works almost like Hunter's Mark, and Hunter's Mark is a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I hate to be the rules monkey, but...
No, it's good.
No, that's fine.
Scotty, as you decimate these two creatures, what does this look like?
So, like I said, it's a fun twirly dance when he fights.
Of death.
So, yeah, it's a fun twirly flaming dance of death. It's a beautiful spectacle, though. So, he's literally twirling around with one fan cutting across the drake and leaving fire in its wake, and as he twirls back around, the other one comes down across the guard, and again, leaves this beautiful pastel pink and kind of goldish yellow fire on whatever wound he has caused.
I love it. So you watch as these flames sort of leap between Scarborough's sort of dervish dancing almost, cutting these beings to ribbons as he sears their cuts shut as well. It's impressive. But that guard is now dead. So it is now V's turn. And what I will say, because there's very little chance that you aren't all just going to gang up on him, you all can defeat this guard however you might like. Because I know over the next 2 turns you are going to kill him or not.
Yeah.
Can I grease him?
Of course you can.
I want to grease him.
I will
Can
say
I grease him?
I want to
will
grease him.
Grease him. Do it.
for V's attack to be the first one that lands on him. Whatever we're doing. I don't care if I don't kill him. Whatever. Because I do want to use my last Baleful Interdict on him and just whack him with my sword. That's all I'm going to be doing. So.
He is very greasy right now.
He's
Okay,
greasy.
he's greasy.
He is greasy.
I would like to hit him with Produce Flame.
Alright, so V sort of sidles up to this guy and like cuts into him with Maw, and he sort of looks at him, gives him that look that V gave the Drake, and he kind of shivers a little bit. Rye kind of casts his hand out, and you can see this guard just getting drenched in grease. And Scarborough comes up and just he just ignites in flames, screaming for a brief moment before he falls off of the ship to the ground, dead, pretty much within seconds of that.
Is Rye still invisible?
No.
No.
Okay, he gives you a thumbs up, and then he gives Scarborough a thumbs up.
Alright, we need to get the doors open so we can get this out.
There's something I must do first, and I'm gonna take a little vial of swamp water and just put a drop on everybody. I put a drop on the smoldering corpse, and the other guard, and the Drake, and I put it back in my pocket.
I cast Thaumaturgy to open the door.
Hell yeah!
That's assuming they aren't locked, right?
I'll allow it.
Great.
I love that. I mean, technically,
So-
it is in the rules
It
that
is?
you can
Yeah.
open doors.
Fuck yeah.
It is
As long as they're not
technically within the
locked,
rules.
they can be opened with that.
They are not locked. So as V makes his way around the corpses, putting a drop of water on them, Anu closes her eyes and sort of
And
raises her hand. How does this look? Yeah.
By Kalesh's will, and it just flies open.
All right, and you see the doors at the other end sort of roll up quickly and just kind of slam open. And
I imagine we're all running towards the boat to get on the boat.
yes, that is where we will take our break.
Ooh, fuck yes!
We'll come back and you can all escape on the ship or do whatever you
Great.
are going to do on the ship. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. Go refill your beverages, use the washroom, get a snack. We will see you in...
I forgot to take my medication when I finished
10
eating.
minutes.
So if you have medication, take your
Take your
medication.
Yeah, please take your medication.
It's important.
Drink some water.
Because I always forget mine.
Yeah.
Do a little stretch.
Yeah,
We'll be back later.
we will be back in 10 minutes. everyone! I was British there for a second. We are back and still silly because that's our show. So, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure the audio is playing. So you all have just defeated the legionnaires that have been standing guard on this ship. Anu used thaumaturgy to quickly open the bay doors. What are you planning to do? You all are heading towards this ship now. What are you doing?
Running towards the ship.
Okay.
To
You make your way towards the ship, and there is a ladder positioned to get on top, like to get up onto the ship. You can also see a couple scaffolding that was around, just things that they were like, just,
I
decoration
just
and
climb
whatnot.
on the wood
Excellent.
with my claws.
Yeah, you.
I
Rip
could
up
be
bamboo
extra
shit.
and cast spider climb.
It is a metal
I've already
ship.
used my face step, so I'm just gonna
it's-
climb the ladder.
Yeah, I'm also just gonna climb the ladder.
Good call. Good call.
V's climbing the ladder, and he looks at Thicket, and he says, very impressive, Mrs. Thicket.
It's quicker.
Is your cannon alright getting up?
It just is on my back.
Ah, right.
Attached to her back, little backpack. Oh, there's a video.
Yeah.
Oh, it's literally like the thing from Battlefront 2. Not important. So you all make your way up on top of the ship, and you can see that there is a set of stairs to go lower into the bowels of the ship, but there is a single sort of cabin area that you can see where it has a lot of the steering. There seem to be a couple other seats in there for other positions.
How do
Right.
we get this thing going?
Yeah, who knows how to fly a ship?
Can I figure it out? Or attempt to figure it out?
Nice. Not once when we were planning.
No.
did one of us
It's like trying to
fly.
steal a car and no one knowing how to hotwire it.
Yeah,
We missed one step. One step.
it's a big step that you missed, though.
important
It is literally a large step.
We're playing a game that involves flying a ship, and none of us know how to fly a ship.
You know how to fly a ship.
Maybe Frank knows.
Yes,
I will
yes,
say-
Lynn,
I will
yeah.
say, V has had experience on a ship. I
He
don't
did.
think he knows how to pilot it, but he knows how to set all the sails, like anything,
That's
like
fair.
the stuff on deck he knows how to do, and I think he's like, we'll just figure out the driving part when we get there.
Based on yes, your history specifically, you do know how to prep the ship. So you go down into the bowels of the ship. You go down into the engine room, and you begin prepping the Mercer engine, which is what floats, which is what keeps the ship aloft and allows it to pass through the boundaries. So you get all that done. You can hear the ship beginning to hum and, heat up as the steam and, like, everything begins sort of heating up. You are still in the warehouse, though.
Well,
The roofing is wooden, or, like, tin. Sorry, tin.
I guess I tried to go up to where the wheel is and see if I can make any sense of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Do
do.
we want to go forward or up?
yeah, where's the
Forward.
door? Is the door like
Yeah, where is
forward
that,
and then you
Casey?
go up? Or does it just lift up like this?
If we could,
So, based on the map where you are here, the hangar door is here. It's on the opposite side of where you came in.
You're making us turn it.
Oh my god, Casey! Why'd you
The
parallel park
ship-
us both?
Why are you making us turn it?
The ship is held
Who had to park this monstrosity?
on, it's held on sort of, I don't know the proper term for them, but it's held in sort
Like
of
blocks.
like a cradle almost with wheels on it, so it can be rotated. So you can use those to rotate the ship before.
So we're gonna
but-
rotate the ship first.
Good
Okay.
call.
So V gets.
I turn the wheels to help. with
He
the
climbs
wheel.
back down off of the boat and just like starts pushing on it.
Okay. So you begin pushing on it.
Like starts pushing the nose so that it twists.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, I'm really good at that.
I know you are. That's why I asked you to do it.
Can I cast Enlarge Reduce to help with that?
I don't know. It depends. Do you
That
need it?
is a 20.
I don't need it.
That's a 20. And regardless of if V is successful, how this looks is he like almost like when Toph is about to start earthbending, he claps his hands together and then puts his hands on the side of the boat and starts just like pushing. Push.
Really making me want to watch Avatar.
I know, it's so good.
Anytime anyone mentions Toph, I'm just like, I love her so much. So you clap your hands together, prepare, psych yourself up, and begin pushing on this enormous ship. And for a brief moment, you're like, is this gonna work? And you start hearing the creaking of those wheels beginning to move, and slowly, after a minute or so, you fully turn the ship.
I like to imagine Anu and Ryan, everyone are on board, like spinning the wheel, and they didn't even notice that V went down, and then the boat starts moving, they're like, we did it! And V's just like,
That's
just
exactly
really hard.
what happened.
It's like, none
That
of you
is
assholes helped.
100% something Ryan would do.
V, why did you jump off of the
He's-
boat? We got it turned.
Scarborough's definitely paying attention.
V is slick with sweat. He looks super hot. No, I'm kidding. He probably looks really gross and blood covered. But he's ready to go.
Hey, don't judge. That's some people's thing.
Yeah, covered in blood
And sweat, yeah.
and sweat. I don't know. I think he probably smells
So-
pretty bad.
You know that as a ship, you can either head out and then take off that way, but it is an airship. It moves in 3 directions. You can just go right up through the tin roof. You're not sure if
I don't think that's a good
That's
idea.
That's a good idea. I don't want to risk fucking up our brand new boat.
Yeah. We did already open the hangar doors, too.
You
so
did,
we
yeah.
should go through them.
With a cantrip.
I'm going to, once V gets back on the ship, I'm going to say, you're very good at that. And then I'm gonna, wave with my hand and say, I'm going to watch from the front. Let's get this thing moving.
Yes,
Alright.
I know how to do that. Yes. And I just
Okay.
start pulling levers, I guess.
all right.
Can I actually do a check to see if
Yes,
I know
I
which
would
one?
like to do that before I start pulling levers, but if I
Yeah.
can't, that's what I do.
Yes.
So Scarborough, for the record, is running to the prow of the ship in order to
So-
watch out as we leave.
Is Anu just pulling levers?
I will
or
do the
are-
check first.
Okay.
And then if
'Cause-
I fail, though, I'm just pulling levers.
I was gonna say I wasn't sure if that was Aaron saying I want to do the check, but Anu
I
doesn't.
think Ryan Thicket should also help do the check, personally.
Well,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
Thicket isn't there.
Thicket isn't there? Okay, well,
No, Thicket
I'm doing
immediately
it.
went up the crow's
I'm
nest
helping.
and has just been
all right.
waiting.
I don't even know how to do this.
Investigation.
Wisdom? Just a wisdom check?
you could make any number of arguments. for what it
Intelligence?
should be.
Intelligence?
like
Yeah.
investigation.
Okay.
Investigation?
Here's what I will say. What do you think? What do you think fits?
I think, and I'm gonna make my argument for investigation because
Okay.
using the context clues of the stuff that is around the levers and the buttons and all of that stuff, trying to figure out what looks like a
Okay.
go forward button
We
or
can
go
apply
forward lever.
labels once we know what everything does.
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, definitely.
None of us are proficient. We can just read.
I
And also, like,
will
sticking that
ask
with-
you to make me an investigation check then.
Okay. Maybe he's seen him in books. I don't know.
19.
Well, you would have. You've been on ships before.
No, he hasn't.
You had to have been on at least one ship to get here.
Do you think he paid attention to how it was driven?
Definitely not, but I'm saying you all have at least been on a ship before.
A ship. I got a 19.
I got a
Casey.
16.
And, sorry, you got a 19?
Mhm.
Okay. Working together, pulling the right levers, one of you pulling the wrong lever and then the other one correcting it, working in tandem, you do manage to figure out the very basics. Oops, what did I do?
You shut off your video.
Like that.
Are we like going back and forth, like
That-
starting and stopping?
That was
and,
the
like,
wrong
shaking?
lever. That was the wrong lever we pulled. We shut off Casey's video. Breaks the fourth wall.
You've managed to figure out the basics of how to make this work. However, this is still an extremely complicated machine. Aside from, like, this is the lever that goes forward, I think? And you're like, you kind of, you know, sort of test with some of the levers. You're like, this one I think goes up or maybe down. You've got sort of a handle on the basics where you feel you can steer it out and up, which you do so. You steer out onto the wide cobblestone area in between the two sort of warehousing districts.
We're the best
of
pirates.
This area.
We're
You are
trying.
drawing a tremendous amount of attention as the few people who are around, there's not a ton, but those who are around are like,
I
What the fuck is
would
going
like
on?
to, if any guards come running towards us, I want to be throwing fire down ahead of their path.
you do not see any guards at the moment. It seems to be, there's a few miners, some warehouse workers, there's some kids who are around who are very interested in what's going on. They seem interested, but they also don't seem to care.
I'm so tempted to scream out something like "Freedom from the Cult of the Destroyer."
You do you.
She would do that. Yeah, she would scream that out.
One of the miners sort of, yeah, freedom.
Until they all find out what we fucking did.
Hey, to be fair, the miners are being fucked over here too.
She is completely throwing the mayor and like the Legion under the bus as part of the Cult of the Destroyer. She has no idea if they actually are, but she's throwing them there.
V comes up behind them steering and says, Mr. Rai, I'm impressed. You'll have to show me how you did that. Miss Anu, I'm going to work the deck. Mr. Rose, are you okay?
I'm doing great up here.
Wonderful. And I turn and like just yell at the crow's nest, Miss Thicket! How is Frank?
Frank is good.
Wait,
As soon
wait, what about?
as soon as
What
she
about
mentions,
Waffles?
I was gonna say as soon as V mentions Frank, Raya's like waffles, waffles, and then he runs over to the side of the ship and like makes him disappear and appear back in his arms.
Oh my god!
Waffles.
That's why you never leave your familiar behind.
No, don't make him do puppy dog eyes.
He was a little.
He
was
is
a little
snuggling him,
startled
though.
as what was happening.
Oh, he what?
He was a little startled at what was happening.
Oh, okay.
He heard loud noises.
Well, he's gonna rise.
So
gonna
he kind of, you got him in your arms and he sort of snuggles into you. He's very comfy now.
Sticky.
sticky.
All right.
Yeah.
I have
No,
an
he's not
important question.
stinky.
I have a
Yes.
very important question.
Yeah.
Does waffles smell like cinnamon rolls?
Oh, of course.
Oh my
I need
god,
that. I need
yes!
to know that information for later.
Like, all of the good parts of a cinnamon roll without being, like, sticky and gross, because that would just
God,
be
yes.
impractical.
Yes.
Getting like dirt and stuff stuck to
Ew!
it.
Yeah.
That'll never happen. Waffles is a clean boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get into the logistics of those at some point, I'm sure. So, the 5 of you somehow are managing to get this boat moving and beginning to take off. As you do, you catch the attention of a few legionnaires who are just around town and, that's their station. Kind of just, the hell is that? And, hey, you're not supposed to, Skyport's over there. And they seem more bothered that you're here than
Don't worry
anything.
about it.
Yeah.
We just ignore them.
Fine.
They're not
If they
important
can't
to us
tell that we're
anymore.
stealing it, I'm not gonna throw fire at them.
They
If they're
don't-
just yelling about rules, then like whatever.
Yeah, they some of them, they seem to be like, like frantic about it. Like, no, you can't land here. Just get over here. Get out of here, you idiots.
We're trying to get out of there.
One of them even sort of comes up and starts like, come on, it's this way. You just pull the ascension lever.
What does that look like? This is a different model than I'm used to.
It's the one on the far left. It should be on the
pull the
far
one on the
left. You
Thank
pull the
you
one
for
on
that.
the left, and you hear this slight shift in the ship. And those of you who are on the front, you can see there's these. It sort of looks almost like turbines that are at the side of the ship. They shift to pointing down, and slowly it begins to rise up.
Thank you for that, and I'm sorry for your imminent joblessness.
What?
You will be fired soon for telling us that. Thank you.
I already know about the fire.
Good luck with your unemployment.
You too.
I mean, we might have just become employed. We're self-employed.
We're now self-employed.
And
That thing we did last summer.
that's true. With that interesting interaction taken care of, you ascend above the city of Skyrun, getting a nice view of it beginning to light up for the night. Little bits of starlight against the night sky. As you take off, the ship is yours. The sky is yours.
Is there like a cruise control
Congratulations.
setting that I can find here?
I don't know. Can you? You make a check.
Another investigation.
Can
Yeah.
I help?
21.
I will.
Never
will-
mind, I don't need the help.
So, with Rye helping you, because of Rye helping you that you don't have disadvantage on this.
Okay.
I love
This
that
is-
it just makes us not disadvantaged.
Yeah. You do find it's not necessarily a cruise control setting. You determine that someone always basically needs to be at the wheel when you're sailing. What you do find is there is a setting where you turn it. It is near the ascension lever. You pull it, and it basically stops the vessel. It's just like hover mode. It's like park, neutral. But that is the closest thing you find to a cruise control on it. Like I said, you piece together that someone needs to be piloting it at all times.
I volunteer because I'm able to, Casey. We may not end up where we wanted to initially, but I'm able to.
Yeah.
That's part of the adventures. Figuring out where we are.
I don't care what
Yeah.
you do.
Does anyone
I mean, I
train
do,
with
but-
the maps or anything?
Nope. Not a single one of you.
Wow, this is starting off way closer to One Piece than I was expecting.
Yes. Yes.
I like how the last Sky Pirates campaign, we were like, oh, we all have like pretty clear 1-to-1 goals
Yeah.
and vision, and this one we were all like, have I ever seen a boat? Pfft, I don't fucking know.
It's like, you've all been on a boat at least once. Well, yeah, maybe once, but...
That's it.
I don't know about that.
Scarborough has a clear plan in mind.
Yes. I will
Scarborough
say
would
these
like
are...
to go back to Bastion.
Okay.
Do we
But
know what that is?
We don't have a navigator. We don't have anyone who knows how to sail.
Scarborough knows...
We'll figure it out.
We just
roughly-
sail aimlessly.
Well, Scarborough knows roughly where Bastion is. I will say V also is aware of the rough location of where Bastion is. You at least know, like, the landmarks around it where you could sort of navigate yourself there.
I would definitely
Yes.
make the argument that despite the fact V has never been outside of his home city, he was trained on the geography and like the layout of the world
That's true.
and studied with maps
That's
so
true.
that he could better conquer them. So I think that's what he has. He knows where all the major cities are.
Leave out that last part. Yes, that's true. That is a very good point. I had briefly forgotten that that V is sort of trained in that. So you've got someone with a familiarity with navigation, which is better
Maybe
than
not an
no
expert,
one.
but better
Yeah,
than nothing.
he's not an
I
expert,
just-
but he's better than the average.
Would I be able to
Joe.
just set out my room just at the wheel? At the navigation area? Where I fly the ship? That's my room. No bed, but that's my room.
Commit.
Sure, if you want. Well, what I will say, as you all sort of examine this ship more thoroughly, deeper in, you find that there is the engine room. There is a sort of like a, not quite a mess hall, but like a meeting room area near the front of the ship, where there's a few portholes to look out. It's got like little bar, kitchen area there. Like, this is the gathering area.
Is that stocked?
There's
Oh,
a
don't
few-
worry.
It's got a few things on, but most of the things that it has on board are non-perishables, things that could have been stocked beforehand. This was not ready
So,
to,
like,
to
a
take
couple
off
of bottles of alcohol.
yet. No, it does not have any
Aw.
booze right now.
Oh,
Damn.
don't worry.
It will be.
I count as one size larger for all of my carrying capacity.
Oh, yes. So there is also the washroom, which is a decent, washroom. It's not an airplane bathroom kind of situation. There is only one bedroom, though, as there was only supposed to be one designated passenger, and it's none of you. There is a large, like, both of the rooms could be converted into bedrooms. There is one designated that is very clearly a bedroom with lush carpeting
dibs on the
and
bedroom.
whatnot. The other room is sort of,
I'm running down into it. It's mine.
I would say, like, maybe there's a couple hammocks. Like, this is where the crew is supposed to sleep.
I was gonna say, I think Rye just takes a table and unrolls a bedroll on the table in the mess hall.
Yeah, that's valid.
Sure. Do what you all want to do.
The area around the quote-unquote cockpit is a news territory now.
Yeah,
so
you could definitely do that.
V and Thicket bunking in the hammocks.
Sure, we can bunk in the hammocks. I do think V is going to be, like, out here doing what he thinks he needs to do on the deck until he feels like he could go get some sleep. He doesn't mind staying up late.
Thicket's still in the crow nest.
Yeah. So he wouldn't be going to sleep just yet. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's
Scarborough
bump,
probably
roomies.
isn't either. He's too
I-
excited.
I think Rye is gonna start unpacking and stocking the kitchen.
Actually, I will retcon that. There is some booze on board.
Yes!
Because it would be shitty to not let you all celebrate the fact that you
I
did.
was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stole
so
a ship.
quick question. Did we eat dinner before we did this heist?
I don't know. Did you?
I
It's
don't
totally
know.
up to you.
I think that's up to Rye.
Right?
I wasn't
Did you
sure
all?
if we stopped somewhere and ate. So I guess Rye's gonna make a victory feast.
Excellent. Excellent. I like that. Okay.
Scarborough.
Which
While Rye is making this victory feast, Scarborough is digging through this bedroom that he has claimed. He wants to know everything that's like all of the little drawers and facets and anything it's got in it already.
Okay, so the bedroom is, again, it's pretty sparse. It's not ready yet. Like, it doesn't even have, like, bedding on it. It has a bed that is, like, a queen-size bed. But there's, like, a vanity mirror. This is very much a stereotypical aristocratic noble chamber where, like, the noble lord was to come when he was tired and rest and relax from his long day of doing nothing, kind of thing. There is nothing of note in here, though, if that is
Okay.
what you were looking for.
should I be steering in any particular direction?
I want to go back toward Bastion.
Which way is that? Just
We're going to have
immediately
to go
down.
back.
Oh no.
And we want to get away from this island
Yeah,
in
just
any direction. I don't care. And then we need to go down
Yeah.
through the cloud cover.
V would like to think about it for a moment and see if he knows where any nearby cities are. Like any big, major nearby cities.
Let me pull up the map.
He's thinking about it, and he's not very good at hiding his facial expressions. So he's just like over in the corner pulling on some rope or something, and he suddenly goes from looking very angry to looking really confused and just like staring off into the distance. And then he starts looking angry again because he's thinking about how much he doesn't like cities. And then he goes like this, and he's like, well, but you know, cities are so bad. It's just clearly written on his face, every single thought he has right now.
So, V, you would know, there is it's not necessarily a city, but there is, because you guys are near Skyrun, there is, it's not like an asteroid belt, but like, an area of the sky that is like littered with debris from like shattered sky islands and things like that. Inside there is a outpost that has been sort of commandeered by pirates, and any pirates who come to the world above, you know that like you can find safe harbor there if you need fuel, food, anything like that. You have to pay to dock there, but
Do we know how much? I think Scarborough would at least know. Do we know
You-
how much the cost is?
it's about 20 gold berthing fee.
Okay.
Does V have the stars, like,
Yes.
enough known to get there?
Yeah, I will say you have been there before. You've been there before, and not like, you know, for a long time. You stopped there for a night, but you know, generally you were out on the deck. You took time to sort of take a look at the stars, put that away in your mind.
What's it called? This.
I don't know yet.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think actually V would probably know either if it wasn't on his maps. He probably just like has a name that he's been calling it. So V says, out of nowhere, by the way, he was not appearing to have been paying attention to this conversation. He says, I know of a place nearby where we may be able to dock for a while. does cost. But it might be good to restock before we go down below.
Are you talking about that outpost? That's a good idea, actually. Thank you, V.
The outpost.
Yeah.
About how long should I go before I make any changes then?
If you need, I can stay here with you, Miss Anu, and I can guide you by the stars.
Would you mind if I burned some incense? It soothes the soul.
Of course you may.
Hippie. Alright, so Anu and Lynn, who just died, begin, Anu and V begin heading, guiding the ship in the direction of outpost. Right.
Casey,
Yeah.
does V experience anything?
I don't know. Does V experience anything?
Does V
It's-
experience anything?
Remember what you said about what was in the incense. So
Yeah.
You drugging me, dude? Not cool, bro. You're not cool.
I asked.
I gave you permission to light
you
some
know what?
incense, not fucking stick a joint in my mouth, okay? I didn't say do that.
Honestly, it depends on how much exposure V had to it, depending on whether or not he's ducking.
We're in an
anything.
open space.
Yes. So I think
And there
you're
is
fine.
wind.
You probably feel a little just like hazy.
A pleasant high.
Yeah, but like a tingle, not much of a high, but like that's an interesting feeling.
I think this is something that I don't think you and I, Casey, have had a conversation about. I do think V has been exposed to various psychedelics starting at a pretty young age, considering their whole
Yeah, I
shit.
assumed.
So yeah, I think he has like. So I don't. If this is anything like that, he's probably familiar. And is it anything like that? Does it even
I don't
remind
think-
him of that?
Yeah. It's a
The
much.
specific thing I don't think he would know about, but
Yeah, it's similar. It's in that ballpark.
very well.
Apologies, Miss Anu.
V says no to drugs.
Tonight.
Anu's
how you
has
know
drugs
he's cool.
for everyone.
Cool kids
Maybe-
say maybe later.
Yeah. Right.
I would
What?
like, real quick, we are not necessarily condoning drug use.
No.
No, yeah, we're not. We're
Especially not in the way that Anu uses it. Especially
Yeah,
not that
no.
way.
And
But I mean-
preemptively, before our characters drink to celebrate, we are not condoning
Oh, yeah, no.
abuse of alcohol.
we're not condoning abuse of substances. Period.
Exactly. We do not condone substance abuse.
Please,
here.
please be responsible.
Yeah.
As your gay family, we are here
And,
to tell
yeah.
you, please be safe.
Be responsible.
Please
Follow the
smoke.
respective laws wherever you live.
Please smoke
drink a lot of
marijuana
water.
responsibly, like I do.
If it's legal.
Yes,
If it's legal.
Assuming that it is legal in your area. We cannot condone anyone breaking laws.
Yes.
So just to
I
circle
can,
back,
but whatever.
you know, just whatever your
no,
snake friend
legally,
offers you,
Casey, legally,
you
we
know.
I
cannot
know.
condone
No,
this.
legally, yeah.
whenever your snake
Sorry,
buddy
go
offers you
on.
psychedelics, just say later.
Yeah.
I'll
just
put,
say
I'll put
later.
that on a t-shirt.
Excellent.
Hey, remember, Anu did ask
Yeah.
before she
she
started.
got consent.
Right. What are you cooking up for everyone?
Oh, okay. I haven't thought about it a whole lot.
It's fine.
So one of the things he's gonna make is a cheesy pull apart garlic bread thing because that was the first thing that I thought of, which was
Yes.
incredible.
Oh,
Yes. There's probably some kind of fruit pie thing.
Anything meat?
Yep, there's gonna be meat stuff. I think pot pie, because that's his thing. He likes pot pie. Yeah, I think those three. And some vegetables, because he was raised by a good family who was like, you gotta eat your vegetables. And he does ask, hey, does anybody have any dietary restrictions I should know about?
I can only eat meat.
Good to know.
I'm,
Cool. No other
I'm
issues.
allergic to anything that is not seasoned properly.
He's actually taking notes of that. I should also mention when he's in the kitchen, he like takes the little white cloth and ties it around his waist because it's an apron, and he's got Waffles holding up his recipe book, and it's very cute.
Oh, bones are also very nice.
I don't keep those.
No? Can I have them?
Okay. He's just gonna go back to cooking.
I need them for my scales, you see.
So while Rye cooks and Anu and V steer, while Scarborough rummages through the bedroom, what is Thicket getting up to?
Thicket is making her little nest in the crow's nest. I keep saying that, but it is where she lives. It might just be where she sleeps. She might just sleep up there.
I mean,
She likes to be up high.
It is not necessarily a standard crow's nest. It is covered. Like it's a
Even better.
it's a covered crow's
Take
nest
that,
where
Rain.
you could stay up there indefinitely.
You don't want to be my roomie?
I think she will have a hammock claimed, but she just likes to be up high.
Effing chat. I
You
got
can
no
come up
roommates.
there. You can come up to the crow's nest.
It is
There's
where,
room.
that's where Zorro sleeps. So get ready for the One Piece references because this fucking campaign is based on it. So
I'm gonna
I mean-
understand almost none of them.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
V is giving off some big Zoro vibes, so like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
not enough
But-
swords.
I think once
I've
she's
seen
set up her
enough
stuff,
to understand that.
she's gonna come down
Oh my
and
God.
watch Rye.
Anu is Nami.
Okay.
None of us.
Wait, question, mate.
I
Is-
like shiny things, Casey.
Yeah, I know. Mhm.
Is she like a normal cat? Like, are her eyes, like, does she not have to blink often?
She has
Who?
no eyelids.
No. I'm talking about,
Thicket, not Anu.
I'm talking about
Oh,
Thicket.
sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
We all just learned something about Anu.
Oh, I thought Anu had eyelids! So
Snakes don't have eyelids.
when Thicket watches, like, Rye cook, it's just like a cat staring in the corner, like, with the big wide eyes that don't
Yes.
blink. Oh, I love it! That's so
That
cute.
is so unsettling.
That is both creepy
Frank
and
also
adorable.
with his blank
No!
drawn on
Oh,
face.
that's worse. Okay, that's worse.
Did she? Okay, here's a very serious question. Does Thicket draw new faces on? So, like, could she draw big eyes on Frank? So Frank is sitting there staring like.
It's a it's a special marker that that Thicket used that she could wipe it off if she so chose, and draw on new faces.
So it's a
But
wet erase
generally,
marker?
just the
Yes.
blank smiley face and the blank frowny face.
That's
I
Standard.
think
They're
Rye would
creepy.
be more upset and more creeped out if his sister didn't have a cat. So he's kind of
I'm a
used to it.
person, not a cat.
But the mannerisms are very similar.
It's fair.
All right. So, as You get closer to your destination. Dinner bell is rung. Anu puts it in neutral. And you all head down to the mess hall gathering area to enjoy a delightfully home-cooked meal from your new chef, your new companion, drinking, eating, enjoying each other's company.
I do not drink.
Some of you drinking, all of you eating, enjoying each other's company as you celebrate your first of hopefully many new ventures. And that is where I am going to wrap this very first session.
I don't
I
wanna.
need y'all to know that I'm building a shopping list for Scarborough in his bedroom.
I am also, because I'm going to beautify whatever we're calling where the wheel would be on this ship.
Yeah, and I know I would love to play for a lot more, but I need to come up with a name for Outpost, so...
And we're gonna need to name this ship at some point.
Its name is going to be Herferferfer. That's going to be the outpost name. Herferferfer.
No.
It's unfortunate that none of you ever searched the warehouse there, so you couldn't find out what it was actually called.
I don't think we care what it's actually called.
No, I know, but it did have a name before you took it.
There was a map. We did see on the map that we were battling on. There was maps.
None of you looked around, which is fine. It's a warehouse.
No. We're just
Nothing of
thieves.
interest
We
there.
don't care.
We were focused. Focused on stealing a ship we can't drive.
Yeah. Scarborough was planning to take stuff,
Yeah.
and then he got distracted.
Fair enough. You got a ship. Why wouldn't you be distracted?
He's so boisterous right now. It's a lot. There's a lot. It's a lot.
I like it. Wow. Yeah. That's all I have. I'm so happy to be playing Sky Pirates again. Not just with you all, because as you know, I love you all, but Sky Pirates because it's just so wild and weird and fun, and I love seeing what weirdness you all do.
We love you too.
Well,
Yeah.
And we love all of you
lots
out
in
there.
store, no doubt.
Yes. Thank you all for watching, listening, because we are going to be a podcast. So thank you for giving us your attention for a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed it at least half as much as we all did, because that's enough. Because we're all silly and ridiculous. We will be back next week. Yeah, how do we do this again? I don't know how to properly end.
We
Our
love you
final,
all.
Run away.
Our final is take care of each other. That's all I remember.
That I know, but
Be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and as always, take care of one
Take care of one another.
I screwed it up at the end. It's fine.
You got it. Yeah.
See you next week.
See you next week, everyone. Take care of one another. Bye.